Antique foremost, a prize-prevailing boar, gathers the animals of the manor farm for an assembly inside a large barn. He tells them of a dream he has had in which all animals live collectively without a people to oppress or manipulate them. He tells the animals that they have to work closer to this type of paradise and teaches them a track referred to as Beasts of Britain, wherein his dream imaginative and prescient is lyrically defined. The animals greet importance imaginative and prescient with incredible enthusiasm. When he dies most effective 3 nights after the assembly, 3 younger pigs, Snowball, Napoleon, and Squealer, formulate his important concepts into a philosophy known as animalism. Past due one night, the animals manipulate to defeat the farmer Mr. Jones in a struggle, running him off the land. They rename the belongings Animal Farm and commit themselves to reaching Essential's dream. The cart horse Boxer devotes himself to the cause with specific zeal, committing his incredible power to the prosperity of the farm and adopting as a personal maxim the confirmation I can work harder. At first, Animal Farm thrives. Snowball works at coaching the animals to read, and Napoleon takes a set of younger puppies to teach them within the ideas of animalism. Whilst Mr. Jones reappears to take return to his farm, the animals defeat him again in what involves be known as the struggle of the coast and take the farmer's abandoned gun as a token of their victory. As time passes, however, Napoleon and Snowball an increasing number of quibble over the destiny of the farm and that they start to struggle with every other for electricity and influence most of the different animals. Snowball concocts our scheme to build an energy-producing windmill, however Napoleon solidly opposes the plan. On the meeting to vote on whether or not to take up the undertaking, Snowball gives a passionate speech. Even though Napoleon gives simplest a quick retort, he then makes an atypical noise, and 9 attack puppies, the dogs that Napoleon had confiscated, in order to educate, burst into the barn and chase Snowball from the farm. Napoleon assumes management of Animal Farm and pronounces that there will be no greater conferences. From that point on, he asserts, the pigs by myself will make all the selections for the good of every animal. Napoleon now speedy modifications his mind approximately the windmill, and the animals, in particular Boxer, devote their efforts to finishing it. At some point, after a typhoon, the animals locate the windmill toppled. The human farmers within the area declare smugly that the animals made the walls too skinny. However, Napoleon claims that Snowball back to the farm to sabotage the windmill. He arranges a top-notch purge at some stage in which various animals who have allegedly participated in Snowball's first-rate conspiracy, that means any animal who opposes Napoleon's uncontested leadership, meet immediately loss of life at the teeth of the attack dogs. Together with his management unquestioned, Boxer has taken up a second maxim, Napoleon is continually right. Napoleon starts off evolved expanding his powers, rewriting records to make Snowball a villain. Napoleon also begins to behave more and more like a person, sleeping in a mattress, ingesting whiskey, and attractive in trade with neighboring farmers. The authentic animalist concept strictly forbade such sports, but Squealer, Napoleon's propagandist, justifies every motion to the other animals, convincing them that Napoleon is an incredible leader and is making things higher for anybody, regardless of the truth that the not unusual animals are cold, hungry, and overworked. Mr. Frederick, a neighboring farmer, cheats Napoleon in the purchase of a few wood, after which attacks the farm and dynamites the windmill, which have been rebuilt at fantastic cost. After the demolition of the windmill, a pitched conflict ensues, all through which Boxer gets fundamental wounds. The animals rout the farmers, but Boxer's accidents weaken him. When he later falls, whilst working at the windmill, he senses that his time has nearly come. Sooner or later, Boxer is nowhere to be discovered. In line with Squealer, Boxer has died in peace after having been taken to the medical institution, praising the insurrection with his remaining breath. In actuality, Napoleon has sold his maximum loyal and lengthy suffering worker to a glue maker with a purpose to get money for whiskey. Years skip on Animal Farm, and the pigs emerge as increasingly more like people, on foot upright, carrying whips, and carrying clothes. Finally, the 7 concepts of animalism, called the 7 Commandments and inscribed on the aspect of the barn, turn out to be reduced to an unmarried precept studying all animals are same, however some animals are greater equal than others. Napoleon entertains a human farmer named Mr. Pilkington at a dinner and publicizes his intent to ally himself with the human farmers in opposition to the laboring classes of both the human and animal groups. He also modifications the name of Animal Farm lower back to the Manor Farm, claiming that this title is the correct one. Searching in on the party of elites through the farmhouse window, the common animals can no longer inform which are the pigs and that are the humans.